this emotional overload makes sense, with this overwhelm that I'm feeling right now that's bringing me to the bag of chips makes sense. It just makes sense, right? I don't like it. I'm not choosing for it to be this way, but it makes sense, right? Which I think is a huge part of that being able to validate others' emotions is also being able to validate and accept others' emotions is also going to begin with being able to validate and accept our own
For
emotions.
sure.
And it doesn't make it worse. I think that's the piece. I had the same exact conversation with somebody today also, which is, when you validate, she says, then I'm going to do it again. I said, you're going to do it again anyway, because we're not perfect human beings, but it's not because you validated it. That much I can promise you, right? You're going to slip up again. That's for sure. You're going to eat something you didn't want to eat again. That's for sure, but not because you validated the challenge or the overwhelm. That's not why you're doing it again.
We as adults, we do get confused by that. Parents, I speak to parents also all the time. They think that validating something is permission, to allow them to do that. I can't validate the fact that my kid wants to go out with all her friends because no, it's 11 o'clock, it's 11 o'clock. I'm like, you can, first of all, if all of her friends are going out at 11 o'clock, let your kid go out.
You might want to consider actually listening to your kid,
Exactly,
right?
but fine. I'm saying I'm not. That's not the right podcast for this.
By the
But
way, take Shippy's advice, please.
oh, but like, okay,
Yeah.
fine. I'm saying, but you can validate and still say no, which people don't understand. Just like the teacher can validate and say, like, I'm going to hold your hand because two people are stronger than one. But you're going to take this math test together, and we'll deal with the consequences however they come. You validation in terms of your world, you can validate the fact that you feel stupid that you ate. It's not permission to do that again and again. It's actually just there's a shift. Like, there's a shift in the brain that's just like an emotional acceptance, because one of the things, and I don't want to focus too much on this, but one of the things that humans have problems is accepting two truths. Like, I really
Yeah.
want that cookie, but I really don't want that cookie.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
where does that live in the brain? So, having the emotional acceptance to accept two things that are both true is an
Yeah.
amazing skill to have.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot where, we say it's hot outside and we say it's sunny outside, and they're both true. And so, right, I have a client who says, well, a little bit won't hurt. And that's true. But it's also true that I would like to not be having extras right now because I want to be losing, right? Meaning we could have a couple of truths going on, and it just depends which one we want to be focusing on. And I say this with everything. Like, our husband could be annoying and he could be a tzaddik, right? It's just whichever one I want to give energy to,
Not
right?
your husband,
And
not
so,
your husband,
right,
but
not my husband, a husband. Although if nobody's
and not
husband
my
ever
husband
annoyed them,
either. Not
for
my
sure
husband.
not.
For those
Right.
who
And
are
I
listening.
think that realization of not just that there could be two truths, but I could actually choose which truth I would like to give it my attention to right now, is very empowering also. I think for people who don't necessarily see it that way.